I'm Jamie Owora,
My name is Sean Gordon.
and we're both Laurentian University students. I'm doing a major in communication studies and a minor in entrepreneurship.
I'm in my third year in economics.
We are both varsity athletes, and the first time I arrived in Canada, I had a training set to do the next morning. And when I arrived at the pool, there was only one person there.
Always early. I'm always early.
He's never early, he claims. And he was the only person there, so I was like, hey, what's up? And from there, I guess we just
Became
clicked.
best friends.
Yeah. I don't know though, I wouldn't say best. He has to prove himself first.
This guy has been holding me back. Iconic Juices is a smoothie and juice company started by me and Jamie. It helps to address the unhealthy eating and living conditions that university students on campus live with. And we serve fresh, organic juices and smoothies to the students.
I think a lot of it was driven, the motivation behind it was driven by the lack of healthy alternatives on our campus. And from what we've seen on other campuses, there's not many healthy options. And sometimes you just want something nice and healthy.
And we're used to that. I'm from Jamaica,
And I'm from Kenya.
so like natural, healthy eating is pretty big.
It's a way of life.
Yeah.
So coming here and being forced to eat McDonald's and then go for training, it doesn't
Yeah.
really work out that well.
McDonald's and then you have to swim for 2 hours. Kills.
But we can't talk badly about
I
McDonald's.
swear, McDonald's, I love it.
I love
Big Macs,
McDonald's.
Snack wrap. I remember it was one day we were at the cafeteria and we were eating and they introduced green smoothies there. Do you remember those green smoothies?
Yeah.
Jamie said to me, yo, we can make better than this. And I'm like, yeah, we can. And then from there, the idea was there, but never we thought of it as a business idea until much later when we researched the market and everything. And we're like, this is a viable option.
Well, the first thing we had to do was a lot of research. Wanting to open a business on campus, we had to find out, can we open on campus? Is it allowed? Are we allowed to open on campus? And if we do open on campus, what rules and regulations would we need to follow in order to be a successful business? And I believe behind every business, you have to do your research. And that's one of the things that we set out to do first. There were many high moments and many low moments in what we were doing. And I remember one of our lowest moments were during this whole process was finding the location that's suitable. And I know Sean likes the story, so I'll let him tell it.
Okay, so the lows he's talking about is when we tried to bring ATVs to campus so we could use as an alternative to deliver the smoothies. We emailed the security council to see how viable it was after doing our research, and we know that it is very viable. And after we emailed her, she said she loved us. She said she liked everything we're about. She wanted us to succeed. So she said in 2 days, she'll email us back with her answer. We waited for 2 days and we got the email and it was just so long and it was so confusing of why we are not allowed to have it. That is dangerous, that they just don't want it. And they were listing out different reasons that didn't make sense to us because we did our research and we know, yes, it's allowed, but for some reason.
And just to add on to that, like one of the biggest things that we were using as our argument was that the government of Ontario has permitted ATVs on very many roads. I think it's only 400 series highways they're not allowed on. And the university road is not a 400 series highway. So because of that, having an ATV wouldn't harm anyone. If anything, it would just make the campus more accessible in terms of having food moving up and down. And even with the breaching of the contract saying you can't deliver food, then how is it that people can buy pizza and have it delivered to their residence? Same service, just different vehicle. So the second step was finding a location. And the best way to find a location is walk to every location you can find and ask if they have a commercial kitchen. So I walked to all the different universities. Eventually I ended up at University of Sudbury. I walked into the office and asked one of the administrators, hey, do you have a kitchen? And she replies and she's like, yes, I have a kitchen. And I was like, perfect. Can I see the kitchen? And she's like, yeah, sure. So she went downstairs, showed me the kitchen, and she tells me, how long do you want the kitchen for? And I responded by telling her I'd like the kitchen for as many years as I can get it for. And in this stage of confusion, she was like, what? Why are you taking a kitchen for a few years? And I told her, I was like, oh, we want to start a business, and the business is Iconic Juices. And at that point, she didn't really know what to do because it was something different. No student, I guess, had ever walked up to her and told her, hey, do you have a commercial kitchen? And can I have it for the next few years? So that was, that was interesting. And then from there, somehow, she showed us another space they had. And Sean hadn't seen the space, but I convinced him it was a nice space. And he was in Toronto at the time, so we went ahead, signed the lease. And then when he came from Toronto, he got to see the room. And I don't think it met what...
After Jamie convinced me to walk in and see the place, I can say it wasn't love at first sight like it was for him. I just saw that plastic thing looking like a ghost hanging from the wall. I saw tiles look like they're ready to fall off. I saw this big grill that wasn't used in like 30 years, just like, why is that there? It was just, it needed so much work, and I was like, really? Will this even look nice? I wasn't sold at first until after we started working in the summer. We put in the work. It was just me and him, and we borrowed tools from a friend. We basically renovated, and you see in pictures that I like it now. I like it now.
Yeah, it was, needless to say, it was an interesting summer.
Yeah.
We got to explore our inability to build. So a few of the things we did, or one of the biggest things we did, was we built a sub-wall in the middle of the room that would divide the back and the front to hide the grill in the back, because it weighs like, what, 3,000 or 4,000. We can't lift the grill. We tried,
and it
but
costs too much to ask someone else to lift it.
Exactly. So we built a sub-wall to cover that in the back. We replaced all the tiles with new walls, and we cleaned up some old counters we found or we were given.
Mm-hmm.
And basically made the place look like a nice smoothie shop.
Added nice LED lights, made it look more friendly.
Uh-huh.
His idea.
Yeah.
What motivates me is the potential I see in this business. I wouldn't be doing this if I saw that it wasn't, if I see no future in it. So that's what keeps me going.
One of my biggest motivators is being able to inspire other young people to start their own businesses. I think it's a big thing that needs to happen, and hopefully we'll be able to change the perception that only technology makes money. I'd say if you want to start your own business, go ahead and start. Money shouldn't be something you look at and say, oh, I need too much money to start this. If you're really passionate about something, you can do it even with the least amount of money. And if you do start, it shows that you're serious about it, and people are more willing to fund you or support you in what you're trying to achieve.
Also, never live the life of what if, like what if I started that, because that's something that I personally would hate to say to myself. And if you're going to start something, be passionate about it, because you wouldn't want to wake up every day and tackle the day, because it will be hard, doing something you hate or something you don't like. So those two are really important.